Okay, here's my UFC 112 review. Took place in Abu Dhabi. I'm going to run through the preliminaries who won Oliver, and then we'll talk about it. So first one, Paul Taylor, John Gunnarsson did get canceled due to Paul Taylor having medical issues. Hope he gets better, nothing too serious. First one on the night was John Madsen versus Mustafa Al-Turk. Madsen won a unanimous decision. Matt Veach versus Paul Kelly. Kelly won by second round submission. DaMarques Johnson versus Blackburn. DaMarques stopped it with the third round TKO. Osipczak, Rick Story went to a split decision going towards Story. And Phil Davis versus Alexander Gustafsson. Davis first round submission. I said Davis was going to dominate Gustafsson, and he didn't. So it was an okay performance in my eyes, but I thought he would do a lot better. Yep. Next one, now to the main bouts. Okay, now the first fight on the main card was Kendall Grove versus Munoz. Definitely in the first round went to Kendall. He landed that uppercut on Munoz that started pretty much the downfall in the first round for Munoz. That made me give Kendall Grove a 10-8 on that. Many chokes were applied. One was, I think, a guillotine. I think both were guillotines that he applied in the first round. Just dominance by Kendall Grove in the first round. Made me think that, it was going to go Kendall Grove's way to a unanimous decision. In came the second round. Same thing. Started off with Grove getting a choke, getting Munoz's back. Had a choke on, and then Munoz flipped it. He became on top of Grove, and in came the ground and pound. The fight was stopped. Too many punches. A lot of people are saying that Grove's chin was tested again, and it just showed that Grove had a weak chin. But any decent middleweight that took those punches would end it the same way. Grove's chin, I think, improved because he took many good shots in the first round from Munoz and took them. He was on the ground. I mean, you get any other middleweight in the same position as Grove was, and the same outcome is going to happen. I truly don't think Grove's chin got worse. I think his chin got better. So with that said, what's next for Munoz? I think Palhares, I think that'd be a great test. Very similar fighters, similar by both their ground guys. Munoz is a wrestler, ground and pound. Palhares is a jiu-jitsu guy. A lot of people might think Palhares might just easily submit Munoz, but I think Munoz has a shot maybe to get a victory. What's next for Grove? I like to see a rematch with Ed Herman. Their Tough 3 finale was a great fight. Advantages have to definitely go to Grove because I think he's improved more than Ed Herman, but at the same time I think it would be a great fight. If not Ed Herman, maybe CB Dalloway. But I just think overall I think Kendall Grove did good. Next one was Terry Etim versus Rafael Dos Anjos. Terry Etim won the first round 10-9. He caught Dos Anjos in the guillotine, and then after he caught Dos Anjos in the guillotine, it seemed like Dos Anjos was just like, oh, this is my fight. And just dominated Terry Etim. Etim looked nervous after that. Just didn't look like the regular Terry Etim that we've seen before. What's next for Etim? I don't know. This whole lightweight division is stacked. I could possibly see Etim facing a new guy that they sign and give to Etim, but I think Terry definitely goes down back to the preliminaries. What's next for Dos Anjos? I would love to see him fight Takanori Gomi. I think that would be a great test for Gomi. I think that would be a great test for Dos Anjos. So, if not Gomi, then maybe Clay Guida. I don't know, but Dos Anjos got to keep moving up in competition for him to go where he needs to go after. Next fight was the Battle of Legends, I guess you could say. Matt Hughes versus Renzo Gracie. I gave the first round to Gracie. Looked like he was just getting the stand-up. Getting the better of the stand-up with Hughes, and then came the third round where he just gassed out. I mean, the Renzo not fighting since 2007 definitely showed here. Just was completely. Matt Hughes did a great job with the leg kicks, destroyed Renzo's legs. Definitely his left one. Yeah, or was it his right? God dang it! I watched it yesterday, so I'm a little blurry. But he definitely destroyed that leg. And yeah, what's next for Renzo? I don't know. This fight was boring. I didn't think it was going to be exciting, but I thought maybe Renzo would submit him. Did not happen. Renzo didn't even want to take this to the ground, which I thought was kind of, But, yeah, what's next for Matt Hughes? Obviously, he wants to become champion again. I don't think it's going to happen, but if he wants to, he's got to move up in competition. So maybe he fights the winner of Koscheck Daly, or fights the winner of Sanchez Hathaway. Next one was the title fight, BJ Penn versus Frankie Edgar. No discredit to Frankie Edgar. He did a great job in his game plan. Did an awesome job. He did what he had to do to win the fight. I had it 48-47 for Penn. I could easily seen it 48-47 for Edgar. But what pissed me off was 50-45, 48-46. Come on now. Come on. Are you serious? No, no. We need to get judges that know what the hell they're watching, know what the heck they're doing, and that just irritated me. If Edgar won it 48-47, I'd be all fine with it. That wasn't the BJ Penn that we saw against Kenny Florian, against Diego Sanchez. So, whatever's going on with BJ, I don't know what's going on, but it wasn't him. Edgar did, once again, like I said, did a great job doing what he was doing best. He took, I don't know. What's next for Edgar? I think if Penn wants it, Penn should get the rematch immediately. A lot of people are saying fight Maynard, but you know what? Great Maynard after the knee still is not impressive to me. So, I don't know. Maynard just, he's on this win streak, but he has to fight impressively to get a title shot in my eyes. And he hasn't done that. What's next for Penn? If he doesn't get the rematch, then he moves up to 170. So, yep, that's what I think. Anderson Silva versus Damian Maia was the main event. Anderson Silva could have finished this in the second round, even in the third, but once again, Anderson Silva does what he does, I hate to say it, but best, and he does whatever he wants in the octagon, and Dana White, Mr. Fertitta, no one can say, hey, we're going to do something about it, because you know what are you going to do? You can't cut him. What, are you going to cut your best fighter? You can't dock his pay, because you're not going to take pay away from your best fighter. So you got to sit there. You got to tell him, you got to tell Ed Source, like Dana White didn't, part of the fight, and say, hey, what the hell's going on? But you know what? Anderson Silva continued to do it. And then Dan Miragliotta finally, in the fifth round, said, you know what? Stop moving around. I'm going to take a point. So, wow. I don't know. What's next for Anderson Silva? He moves down to 170. That was what they were saying. Can he make 170 pounds? I don't know. That'd be quite amazing, and I'd be wowed by it. But if not, then he needs to fight Chael Sonnen or Vitor Belfort, the original opponents. What's next for Maia? After seeing his face, before seeing his face in the press conference, I was thinking of maybe a rematch with Nate Marquardt or Yushin Okami. He fights Yushin, but after looking at his face, he's going to take some time off because, yeah, he got battered. I got to give Silva credit for that. He's still, the first, second rounds, and halfway kind of through the third, he was Anderson Silva that we all Googled over. He just was dominating, and that showed in Maia's face. So, but once again, Silva just did his antics, and yeah. Overall, I gave this 2.5 stars out of 5. Anderson Silva pretty much ruined it. I don't care what people say who are Anderson Silva fans. He could have stopped in the second and third round. I don't care what you said. He could have stopped it. So that's it. There's my UFC 112 review. Adios. Goodbye. Have a great night. Or a great day.